All right, now pleased to be joined by none other than Ben McCollum of the Drake Bulldogs, who are headed to the NCAA tournament after a dream season. Ben, a year ago, you're in the D2 ranks, Northwest Missouri State, coaching four of the same players. You bring them to D1. You're picked, I think, preseason sixth in the Valley, and you win the Valley regular season title. You win the tournament, and you know how much I love these kids. I mean, I saw them in Charleston back in November, and I will say unequivocally, Bennett Sturts is my favorite player in the entire country, and I'm happy to
There you
have
go.
you and him in the NCAA tournament. How does it feel?
It feels great. I think it's just the result of a lot of work, just coming in the summer. Remember the first day I walked into the Nap Center, it was like, oh boy, so we're really doing this here. And then filling a roster of 12 and then two red shirts. So we only had 10, then one broke his foot. So we have nine and just the fight of hiring a great staff and getting great kids, great players. And obviously this is the result of a lot of those things.
Is it relaxing to know you're not going to have to sweat out Selection Sunday? I think all of us would have been pulling for you guys to be in had you been in that situation. But now that you can kind of sit back and relax, it's got to be a level of just stress off your shoulders.
Yeah, it certainly does. I didn't think about it much in regards to because I didn't control it. So I wasn't real stressed about that as much as I was just, wanting to win the next game. So, but now that you do it, it's like, okay, well, yeah, we don't have to sit there and like, are we going to be in? Are we not? Are we in? And so it definitely our guys deserve to be in, and we're certainly excited about the opportunity. But you want to make the most of it. You don't want to just be in. You want to go perform and
Mhm.
compete and try to win a game or two or three or however many there are.
So you say you weren't that stressed. And I know Bennett, you can never tell with the look on his face. I can never tell if he's stressed or not. I'm sure you can't either. But could you tell if the rest of the team was? I mean, again, you don't want to leave it to the committee here because you never know what they're going to do, especially with mid majors. Like
Mhm.
generally,
Ye-
they're not going to take care of
Yeah,
them.
I think there was a day, um, there was a game or a day that I could tell there was a little bit of stress because they started to hear things and they started to pay attention to it a little bit too much. And once they started to pay attention to it, you just had to recalibrate and help them understand you don't control whether or not you make the NCAA tournament. You do control whether or not you perform in practice that day or if you get better, et cetera. And so we just really had to reground them. But, it's that little hiccup that about it. I finally get around it and perform in this tournament.
Yeah, but it's fun for you guys for the Missouri Valley specifically because you kind of get this afternoon slot on a Sunday on big CBS and everyone's paying attention to this game. It's one of the first automatic bids. But now you got like 10 or 11 days before you play another game. How do you stay sharp? How do you stay fresh? How do you stay locked in? It's very easy to kind of let things slip when you have a week and a half before your next game. How do you guys stay focused?
Yeah, I mean, we'll practice really hard like we do every day. I mean, we'll scrimmage a bunch. We'll compete. And I'm sure they'll fight each other a little bit, and just get better and better every single day. That's really all you can do. It comes at a good time. I think you can really sharpen up if you get a game plan together quickly, which is
Mhm.
what we need to make sure that we do. The earlier our game plan is, the better off we're going to be in that tournament. And quite to be quite honest, we'll have fully rested. So once you start to scout, you can scout pretty quick.
So what makes you, if I'd ask you this question, I know the answer, but what makes you guys so dangerous in the NCAA tournament? I know you don't know the matchups.
I think just from a toughness standpoint, I think we're tough to play against just because we get really physical. And we guard the basketball and we're pretty relentless. And then, this year we've had to grind out games a little more. We've had to slow it down, not intentionally. We just struggle sometimes to get a shot at the rim. So naturally our tempo goes really, really slow. And it's not by design necessarily, but that makes us a difficult out in postseason.
I do think that there's an element of you guys have played Miami, you played Vanderbilt, you played Kansas State, you beat all three of those teams. FAU has as much length, athleticism, and talent as anybody you played this season, in my opinion. We saw them at our event earlier this year. Is that help when you get into the dance that you've seen and you've gone up against the highest of the high majors and some of the length and talent that you're going to see when you get to that level that maybe doesn't exist as much in the Valley?
100%. Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, the first time you see it, you just watch warm-ups and you're like, oh, well, we got to beat this team. And our guys are, hey, we got good talent, but, do we look like those guys? No. So you just have to understand that it still comes down to that toughness piece. It still comes down to winning in the margins. It still comes down to all those little things that win basketball games, regardless of the talent level.
So I've said it. I don't think there are 5 point guards in the country I would take over Bennett, and I'm not even sure
neither.
5. That might be too big a number. All right,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I'd take 5, but I'm going to be nice to the rest of the country here and some of the great point guards around the country. What makes him so special?
He has a grip on our system. He really understands it. He's super humble. Because he's so humble, he's able to improve constantly. He's obviously very calm, very cool on the floor, very collected, but his competitive spirit burns pretty, it burns. And he is a competitor, elite competitor, wants to win at everything that he does. If it's checkers or chess or basketball, I mean, that's who he is. But he's going to do it in a calm manner, and you're never going to know that he does it. He's never going to tell you about it. And then all of a sudden you lose to him and you're like, what the heck just happened to this guy? But no, I actually wouldn't take any other point guard in the country, Jeff. So
I'm kind of with you. I'm with you.
Okay, good.
Overall, I agree. I think they're more talented, maybe point guards.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But you're right. Like I'll take Bennett over any of them overall.
Yeah.
Daniel, I don't know if I take him on my, like he's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but
I tell that all the time, so don't worry.
how much fun, last one, how much fun has it been to coach this group for this long? And I think you've had an advantage. I mean, I don't know if advantage is the right word, but to bring these guys on to the D1 ranks that knew your system. You came out of the gates again, right away in November, winning games, and they had confidence.
Yeah, it definitely helped. I mean, it's helped set the culture, so you're not having to coach every aspect of the entire practice. Those guys coach it. Those guys show everybody in the program how to be a winner, how to act like a winner, how to work like a winner, how to interact with your teammates like a winner. And they do it with a humble heart. They do it with a servant heart, which certainly helps it. I think so often we kind of get into these things and us as head coaches get a lot of credit, but the staff that we put together is as good as it gets. The players that we have. And so I literally go into the gym. Think about my job. I go into the gym every day and I get to just hang out with my friends. And quite frankly, I get to be in charge of my friends, which is really nice too. But that's the job I get to do. And I think just hiring the right people as Grant McCaslin, one of my good friends said, he said, hire people that you want to do life with. And we did that. And then we also recruited a team that we want to do life with. And it certainly helped us win games.
Where are the rest of these clowns? Are they on the bus? Are they quiet?
Yeah, they're in the back.
They
just had to tell Daniel to be quiet.
All right, go find Daniel. Show him. These are my guys. I love this team.
You want me to have him come up here?
I love them, man.
Daniel, come on up here.
Jeff.
Congrats, Jeff.
I heard you made a comment earlier.
Hey, congrats, man.
Thanks so much.
I did make a comment.
Yeah.
I said you're probably a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I heard that. I wasn't appreciative of that. But it's okay. I'll forgive you because you actually are really cool. So
listen, I'm proud of you guys. Go get the rest of the group. Where are the other 3 guys? Get them over there.
come here. Who wants our interview?
Bennett.
Mitch.
Is there?
Get up here. You're talking.
Dude's nuts.
He's the best. He's the best.
Oh, Jeff.
What's up, Bennett? Congrats, man.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Congrats. Hell of a ride, boys. Hell of a ride.
Yes, sir.
Here comes Zay, the quiet one.
Say, it's Jeff.
Zay sleeping?
No, Zay, he always sleeping.
He's always sleeping. Listen, guys, congrats. It was so much fun to watch your ride this year. And you know what I think of you guys. Listen, I've had these guys on a group chat all year, and I probably shouldn't tell Ben this.
That's all right.
But
I know them.
but listen, you guys are special. What you've done this year is unbelievable, but not that unbelievable after watching you guys play and how you play together. And keep it going, though. It's not over. It is not over. I can't wait to see you in the NCAA tournament. But again, it's been fun to watch, and keep doing what you guys do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
All right, be good, guys, and take care of
Congrats,
Daniel. All right?
fellas.
Now I got to go deal with Daniel.
See you, man. Congrats, man.
Thanks. Appreciate it, guys.
You too. Be good.
I want my home to feel like my home. So whether I'm looking for big furniture, just a small piece for my place, or maybe some storage solutions for the basement or the garage, the answer is Wayfair. Seriously, I needed a new patio set and fire pit for my backyard. I bought it on Wayfair. It looks great on our deck, and it gives me an excuse to fire up the smoker, invite some friends over, crack a couple beers. Just last week, I bought a new chair for my office, someplace comfortable to sit while the madness takes up the 4 screens in front of me. I got it on Wayfair, clicked a few buttons. A couple days later, it showed up at my front door. They even offered to help set it up for you. Digging through online stores can be intimidating. Trust me, I know. It can be hard to find what you're looking for in your price range, but not on Wayfair. They have great options, even if you are balling on a budget like me. Wayfair has every style for every home, including mine and yours. So head to wayfair.com and shop everything home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home.